is Phil Sklar. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum. Yeah, I made a job switch about a year ago and finished my MBA last couple Decembers ago, and I was wanting to get away from more of that corporate finance. It was just sitting in front of a computer all day crunching numbers, and it wasn't a lot of interaction with people, and it wasn't really something I was passionate about. And at the same time, the collection was growing. We were getting more and more bobbleheads. They were starting to pile up in the kitchen, so we were brainstorming ideas of what we could do. And basically, on a commute to and from work, I was starting to think of some ideas, and we really wanted to create a brand. We could have just went out and said we're Joe's Bobbleheads and created bobbleheads for people, and I don't think we would have gotten much traction because there's so many different companies out there that reach out to people asking we can create this or create that. So that's how we really developed the brand, where we would be the premier source for everything bobblehead related, and also create a fun attraction to really share our collection with other people. We didn't have room to keep growing the collection, so something had to be done, and we thought this was a pretty unique way to accomplish that. Well, the idea was sort of progressed over time. We made a bobblehead, me and the other co-founder of Michael Pohl, who's a super fan of UWM and a longtime manager and Special Olympian, about 2 years ago, and that was more just for fun, to honor him and to raise money for Special Olympics. And we had a lot of fun with that project. We've been collecting bobbleheads for over 10 years, buying, selling, trading, and we took that concept and we learned a lot of things from that process, from both selling them, from having them manufactured, and learned that there's not a lot of options out there for manufacturing bobbleheads for people who aren't teams. So we developed a business plan around that, where we created a brand to be really the premier source for everything bobblehead related, whether it's a collector who's looking to buy or value one bobblehead, or somebody who wants to find out what bobbleheads are being given away, or somebody who wants to buy or produce bobbleheads. So we're hoping to be that go-to place, not just in Milwaukee, but really worldwide. Yeah, I think Milwaukee is really a perfect place for something like this. It's just, the size is great. There's not a ton of attractions. You could spend, a day going to a brewery tour, a Brewers game, in the Bobblehead Hall of Fame Museum. Or you can make a weekend and do a river lake cruise, and just a lot of fun stuff to do. And I think this just adds to that unique mix. Yeah, so we have a few goals. Obviously, one of the key ones is to have a physical space where we have the world's largest collection of bobbleheads and exhibits related to bobbleheads. Nothing like that exists now, which some people are actually surprised that. They say, well, bobbleheads have been around for a long time, nothing exists, and there really is nothing like it. So it'll be a first of its kind and the only one of its kind. So that's exciting. In the shorter term, we have a preview exhibit that we're getting ready for, which will be January through April at Redline, Milwaukee, which is just a couple blocks north of the Bradley Center. So, shorter term goal is getting ready for that exhibit and getting sponsorships and making sure everything, is in line for that. And then the physical, actual Hall of Fame museum, we're in the process of trying to determine the location and sizing, so that, will hopefully be open next summer, fall, but obviously we're still working on a lot of the details with that. And then also just the other part of the business is that custom bobblehead business, where we're getting a lot of traction because places are now coming to us and seeing us as already someone who's really well known in the bobblehead business, even though we've only been around for 4 months.